Hey, everybody, I'm John Granado. That's Josh Jordan. You can hear us on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. You can also see Josh's work at sportsmaphouston.com. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet so you get all of our content here at SportsMap HOU. Josh, this week, Dana Brown, the Astros general manager, addressed some of the curious lineups. Dusty's always got curious lineups. I mean, I don't know how you address that. But reading between the lines, it seems this could be about the Myers and McCormick platooning situation. I'm a big Chaz fan. I think the way that Chaz ended last season in the playoffs, I mean, he couldn't even put Jake in the playoffs, and yet Jake started the first two games of the season this year. Maybe Dusty's trying to get him going, but Jake just homered now. Chaz just homered now, and Chaz is just better. I think that there's a fine line here between trying to get Jake going and getting the best guy out there, who's Chaz.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like Chaz did kind of earn the right to be the starter, and then if he played his way out of it, then you replace him, and that's what Chaz said early on. I wonder if Dusty kind of took exception to that, but I get it. It's early in the year. They want to give everybody opportunities, and they want guys to be fresh. You never know when you're going to need them. You got to get them at bats. But at the same time, you got to win ball games. So I'd like to see Chaz out there, OPS over 1,000. But, Jake, he's only played a handful of games. So I certainly understand why they're doing it. And, I predicted on our Astros podcast that we did that Jake was going to play games 1 and 3 because there was left-handed pitchers for the Tigers. And sure enough, that's what happened. And he was successful. So maybe the plan's kind of working. Chaz is performing against lefties. But at some point, I think they got to make a decision. Maybe that's when Brantley returns is when that happens.
Yeah. Listen, with Brantley out, with Altuve out, I mean, we've seen this offense stalling. If it wasn't for Jordan and Tucker this series, so finally the last game, everybody started hitting. Payne started hitting, Chaz hit, Jolt hit. You need your best lineup out there. I mean, we can't be throwing these games away, just so we can get Jake going. If Jake has to get going, then maybe Jake should get going in the minors. Maybe Jake should get going in Sugarland. Because if Chaz is a better option, if you need offense, and putting Hensley in front of Chaz and putting Julks right after Tucker, I mean, I don't get it. I don't see, and especially the way that Chaz ended last season. I don't know what it is about him, but Dusty seems to be looking for any way, shape, or form to not have Chaz as a big part of this lineup when he absolutely could be.
And we saw this with Miles Straw, right? He had to get traded away for Chaz to get more at bats. And, when Chaz got sent down, I wonder if that meeting didn't go great last year. And then, of course, he came right back immediately because they needed Chaz. I don't know, but, I mean, Dusty doesn't seem like a guy that, would hold grudges or have any problem like that. He just wants to do what's best for the ball club. So this must have been something they decided early on. We're going to get these guys a lot of opportunities, and we'll see how it shakes out. But they got to win ball games, man. They really do.
That's what Dusty does, though. I mean, he said, hey, man, it's the first week of the season. I'm getting everybody going. And, I could absolutely see that. I want everybody's got to be – he's even started Salazar with a guy who, should be, if Maldonado can't play, then he should be out there. Otherwise, Yonder should be behind the plate. And yet he starts Salazar. It's what Dusty does. Dusty's won a title. Dusty's won a lot of baseball games. He knows about a 25, 26-man roster now. He knows how to get, that everybody's got to contribute. It's a 162-game season. But, man, with these injuries, you've got to have offense. And Chaz is the offense. It's about time that Chaz won the job full time. And, again, if you got to get Jake at bats, maybe that's at Sugarland.
Yeah, I'm with you. And you need Chaz and maybe in that 6 hole in the lineup to not just make it absolute nothing after you get past your really good players. So it almost feels like extended spring training, the way Dusty's making out some of these lineups right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But and if I'm his Sunday pit, if my start falls on Sunday, I'm like, oh, well, I guess I got to throw a shutout. Because I know what Dusty's going to do today. It's going to be a bad line. It's going to be the worst possible lineup. There's no question about that.